they've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Beverley with the ball. There's the triple. Leonard, no luck. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Clock at 4. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Good on the three-point shot. Now here's Beverley. Pass to Leonard. And he banks in the layup.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Stolen by Beverley. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. LeVert the pass to Allen. 5 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Let's keep it alive. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Harris. From deep. It's hauled in by Beverley.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. LeVert from outside. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, the pass to Harris. To the middle, here's Allen, and the rejection by Zubac.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And Beverley kicks to Morris. Beverley against Dinwiddie. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
No good on the free throw. And Smitty with Beverley and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Good on the second free throw.
Patrick Beverley is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. So, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Third is Jared Allen. Fourth, DeAndre Jordan.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Now here is Harris. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago. Pass to LeVert. Over George. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets, trailing by 4. Kicks to Dinwiddie. To stop the drought. And again, it's the Nets missing. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Shoots off the step back. And it's Beverly missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's Harris. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Shot from the inbound. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Chandler. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
George with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Chicago. Allen outside. Back to Dinwiddie. To the paint. The Nets working the ball around now. Puts it up from 12. They get it again. And the rejection by Zubac.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Yeah, and the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
And when you look at the Clippers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game in the postseason. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how well suited they are for playoff basketball, but we will find out soon enough.
4 on the clock. Here's Harris. That one's off, still out of sync.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Now, here's Zubac. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morris, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
That one is off. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And the Nets also making a change. Prince is checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
LeVert with it. Guarded now by Morris. And good that time.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
And here are the Clippers. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's the floater. And it's sent back by Allen. To the right side. Here's Dinwiddie. That one's good from the corner. Dinwiddie's got 5. Clippers leading by 6. And here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. He kicks it to Harrell. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Harrell. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers. Outside Leonard. Down low. Dinwiddie against Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harris passes to Prince. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie drives in. He can't get that one, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
Here's Harris. Paul George making his last shot. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A fader. Claxton with the bucket.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with the fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Williams looking over the floor. Morris dishes to George. Jacks up a three, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. Morris has got 5 now.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Prince outside. Williams against Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Over George. Claxton no good. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 20-6 run. And George with the stuff.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here is Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. And the Nets making a change here as well. Garrett Temple has checked in for Harris. Prince outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Claxton. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Harrell. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Temple. Nets trail by 13. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. Do you ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs, it was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
Free throw drops for Temple. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Williams. And in the game with the Lakers, he did not play that well. Jackson against Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Nets. Temple can't get it to go. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. They lead by 11. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 5. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. .121 left in the first. Pass to Claxton.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Williams can't get it to go.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Temple the pass to Claxton. He's off on that one, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. That one drops for him.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense, force them to close off the lane.
Now Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Jackson deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Over to the left wing. Temple. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Garrett Temple is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Taurean Prince. Then it's Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. There's Dinwiddie following the score by Lou Williams. At the defensive end, who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kyle Lowry's one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, P.J. Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell it.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? I mean, wow.
Yes, indeed.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And here are the Clippers now. Jackson with it. Now Chandler defending. Inside. Here's Green. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Nets trail by 15. Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Dinwiddie outside. 5 on the clock. The baseline J. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Chandler with the block. Here's Temple. Dinwiddie outside. Shot from 12. And that one goes long.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Green breaking loose. Jackson misses. The Nets have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Williams. Dinwiddie outside. To the inside. Here's Jordan. And the layup falls. Jordan's got his first points of the night.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Clippers leading by 13. Jackson passes to Harrell. The dish to Williams. Shoots from 14. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Prince dishes to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Chandler. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Unloads from 13. Buries the jump shot. And the Clippers lead by 17.
When Jackson can't get all the way to the rim, this is his go-to. Shoots for a decent percentage from mid-range.
Dinwiddie up top, guarded by Jackson. 6 on the shot clock, and the pass to Chandler. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Shamet. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
But they recover it. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
DeAndre is relentless on the boards. If you hesitate boxing him out for a second, you are toast.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Garrett Temple. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Over Harris. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. Steps back and fires. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 9 points.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Leonard. He had 27 points last game. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Leonard. 6 points for him. Leonard draws the double. Morris against LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. And that's now 7 points for Marcus Morris.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Nets have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
No, I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Now here's Allen. Here's LeVert. Again, the Nets for 2.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. Chandler with the rebound. And here's Chandler who brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 16-point game. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. George. Chandler with the block. Paul George with the steal.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Free throw good, Paul George. And both free throws good for Paul George. And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 18. Dinwiddie with it. 12 points for him. Pass to LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. The tray. It's hauled in by Zubac. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now here's Chandler. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's Allen, top of the key. Passes it to LeVert. Over in the corner, Chandler. Over Morris. And the Nets miss again. Clippers leading by 18. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harris. Leonard the pass to George. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Now the pass to LeVert. There's the three. The Clippers grab the miss.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Nets trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the rejection by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Chandler with the steal. Can they get it? And it's sent back by George Allen. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Allen's got his first bucket in this one. Clippers leading by 16. And Beverly kicks to George. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. LeVert against Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets.
And you know, for that Pelicans game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Chandler. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Knocked loose. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 12. And that one hits back iron.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that one's good. Leonard.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
That free throw missing. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And he sinks the second. And here are the Clippers now. 35 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Morris finds George. And Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
2 on the clock. George against Prince. Jordan at the elbow. And here's LeVert over Beverly. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. Knockdown shooter, that sets up his drive. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now here is Harris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's Jordan on the wing. Dinwiddie outside. Shoots over Leonard. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And it's Beverley missing. Nets trail by 19. Now LeVert. Pass to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. Nets passing it around. And here is Jordan. Passes to Harris. Over Beverley. Harris, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
LeVert with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's LeVert missing.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Beverley, the pass to Morris. And Jordan sends it back. And they'll keep possession. George double-teamed. Back to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard, no luck.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
No good from Jordan.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Beverly. Feeds it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And here's George for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. LeVert against Beverly. The pass to Dinwiddie. To end the drought. But they'll get another chance. For 3, Harris drills the three-pointer.
Timeout.
Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Garrett Temple is checked in for the Nets. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Now, Dinwiddie. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Stolen by Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now here's Jackson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Nets trailed by 19. Harris outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Temple. Pass to Allen. Over Jackson. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Yep, that one goes. 12 points for Leonard.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Temple, the pass to Harris. Kicks it to Jordan. Dinwiddie, the bounce pass. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Outside Williams. Lets the 3 fly. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. To the middle. And Allen slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Williams. Passes it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Clock at 6. Jackson has the open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 7 points.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
And Temple kicks to Dinwiddie. Harris trying to get free. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Outside Jackson. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnover.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
First free throw is good. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard hits them both.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 16 points for him. He kicks to Chandler. He dishes it to Prince. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shamet with it, guarded by Prince. Shamet the pass to Harrell. Bounce pass from Shamet. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jackson misses.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Clippers leading by 18. The feed to Williams. There's the pass to Leonard. Outside Jackson. Now here's Williams. Dinwiddie covering. Williams in the post. The shot missing.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Nets. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 18. Pass to Temple. Here's Claxton. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Nets have gone 6 of 9 at the line. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Nets trail by 17. Pass to Claxton. No good on the shot. AT that time from Leonard. Over in the corner, Williams. Hits the front of the rim and out. Harrell, that's good.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Lou Williams, fourth.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
It is. The ball is in their hands, and these guys feel comfortable stepping back behind that line and knocking it down.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. Jackson with it. 7 points in the game. Pass to Harrell. Kicks it to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Certain things make Prince a tough cover. Strength, long arms, quickness that can surprise you.
And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
He misses the free throw. Back at Baylor, Taurean Prince didn't start until his senior season, Smitty. What a surprise lottery pick that summer of 2016.
His frame, Kevin, and athleticism, he's NBA ready, and the work ethic to continue his development.
And he's good on the second.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. Leonard with the bucket.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
LeVert against Williams. LeVert the pass to Claxton. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. Claxton's got his third basket of the night. Los Angeles leading by 17. Outside Jackson. We've got 1:23 left in the third.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Chandler kicks to Dinwiddie. The dish to Prince. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson.
Patrick Beverley.
Brooklyn with the ball. 17-point game. Dinwiddie against Beverley. Just 4 to shoot. From the baseline. Dinwiddie's shot is off. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. And there's the pass to Claxton. Pass to LeVert. It's hauled in by Beverley. Beverley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And that one's good. George.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
George against LeVert. He gets it up, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers leading by 21. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Wilson Chandler out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Claxton in at the center.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Dinwiddie's got 21 in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Beverley dishes to Morris. Another shot. And it's Leonard missing. Nets trail by 21. Chandler the pass to Dinwiddie. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Dinwiddie. LeVert from outside. He doesn't hit that one. George with the defensive effort. Leonard looking around. Beverley wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Chandler. Good work defensively by Morris.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference
in points in the paint between the two teams.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pinson passes to Musa. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Here's Pinson. Green with the block.
And the rim protection from Jermichael. Another thing he brings to the table.
Man passes to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. All going up court. Pinson, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Man. He's on target from 8 feet out.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Musa. Pass to Karuch. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Here's Magruder. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Clearly a foul.
Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Pinson. Jordan up top. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Pinson. Over Beverly. And the Nets miss again. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Back to Magruder. To the paint. Now, here's Zubac. And here's Beverly. From outside the arc. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
On the wing, Green. On the wing, Green. Back to Zubac. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I will say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Here's Luwawu after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Here's Musa over Beverly. Musa can't hit.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Now Beverly. The pass to Zubac. Unloads from 13. That one off the back iron and out.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Pinson passes to Jordan. Here's Pinson. Pass to Musa. Poked away. Fires for 3. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Mann. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Out left to the wing. Here's Pinson. And it's Caruch missing. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's Magruder missing. The Nets shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Down low, here's Luwawu. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Here's Magruder. Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Pinson. The Nets working the ball around now. The 11-footer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Magruder. Pass to Zubac. To the left side wing. Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Zubac. The 3. Good D by Jordan. And here's Brooklyn. Here's Musa. Now the pass to Pinson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
A different look for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Green, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
One shot.
Well, the undrafted Rodney McGruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
Well, so many of the leagues unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are starting talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me. Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget. I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pinson, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Zubac, that's good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Musa. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's McGruder. He kicks to Jackson. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
Here's Pinson, guarded by Jackson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kawhi Leonard.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Patterson. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Here's Musa. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Musa with the bucket.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Outside Jackson. So it's Los Angeles